What's going on, boys and girls? My name is Michael SK, and welcome back to the Fruit of Grisaia. Happy New Year. It is finally 2017. We could say goodbye to 2016, and we can also say hello to 30-minute episodes on all visual novel videos that I upload, such as the Fruit of Grisaia. So, I'm going to do some double uploads with some videos, but no more double uploads of the Fruit of Grisaia, but they will be 30 minutes long, so here you go, guys. We'll get through this together. But in the last episode, in our 1 hour spectacular that was uploaded on the 30th, so I was able to accomplish that goal, I talked for about the first 5 minutes or so about, if I'm going to continue this after Machina's story or not, and it's a huge chance that I'm not going to, and I explained my reasoning then. But I got a comment here, and hopefully I actually put it up on the screen, because I usually forget to do this kind of shit, but it's by Defy Love. They said, speaking from my personal perspective, there's no problem if you upload more episodes of Grisaia. I don't think many people mind if they see a few more videos in their subfeed. If it's not too much effort for you, please do continue the series and record it instead of playing it alone. Like, okay, here's the deal. I really don't want to play it alone. I actually have a lot of fun thinking that I'm playing it for an audience. Honestly, playing any game really for an audience feels like a bunch of fun, really. Especially this. Feels like I'm entertaining people in a special way, I guess you could call it. But there's really no effort on my part. All it is basically me sitting here for an hour or two, recording it, and then having to go through the effort of doing some small edits, rendering it, and then uploading it. Honestly, the only time-consuming part of it is me recording it, to be honest. Like, it's not that bad. The only problem is that I feel like the majority of those that are watching my content right now are tired of seeing Grisaia, and I think it would be just best overall to move on to something different. And yeah, it's going to be hard to move on to something that's, still quality, but is different. So, I really don't know what I'm going to do, is basically what I'm getting at. I don't know if I will continue this, like, later on. I don't know if I'm just going to completely stop. I don't know what's going to happen. But whenever I think about it, I get really anxious and worried, and I just don't know what I'm going to do. So, right now, I'm just not even going to worry about that. I'm going to just continue on with the game. I'm going to continue what I've been doing, and that's just trying to entertain you guys with this game, with this visual novel. And now I can do, hopefully, a little bit better with that by giving you guys 30-minute episodes. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Everything that I do, in a way, is sort of an experiment. It may work, it may not work. Who knows? Like, when I started this playthrough, I didn't know people were going to like it, but I took that chance. Everything's an experiment. So, maybe I'll continue it. Maybe I won't. We'll have to see. Maybe after I'm done with Machina's story, I'll upload a video with, like, a poll. I'll be like, alright, do you guys want for me to continue this or not? It won't be a poll to be like, oh, what story do you guys want me to do next? I'll decide that myself and keep that a mystery. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But last time, shit, I actually don't remember what we did last time. Last time there was a hentai scene. I remember that. And boy, did that make me feel uncomfortable. But other than that, I really don't remember much. And apparently we are now in trouble. Oh yeah, wait. There's stuff related to Machina's mother. Shit, I really can't remember much. Oh well. I guess we'll just continue on and looks like, yeah. Apparently JB is going to show us something, so we're obviously in trouble. But anyways, I hope you guys are ready for this, and I know I don't say it this much. I did last time, but I'll start saying it a little bit more since we're coming, I think, to the end of Machina's story here. If you are enjoying the playthrough thus far and all that, support the channel, subscribe, leave likes, all that special shit. Alright, let's get back into it and figure out where the hell we are in this game. The envelope she thrusts violently before my eyes bears a red stamp reading, "Fax copying strictly prohibited." When I open it, Shit, the music changed. I find an official order document identified by a serial number. The paper is specially coded. A standard fax or copy machine won't even pick up the characters. On top of which, after a certain period of time, the words will fade away to eligibility, whatever, all on their own. That's also a reason why I should probably stop playing visual novels altogether. I can't speak. It's obviously a joke. I have an audience for visual novels. I'll keep doing them. In other words, I can tell without even glancing at the details that this is an extra departmental order, perfectly official but completely off our books, sort of thing that absolutely can't come to light. Again, huh? This isn't the first time I've gotten orders like these. I've had several of these envelopes handed to me, and without fail, their contents have always been assassination missions. High-ranking drug cartel bosses, corrupt politicians with dangerous political leanings. The name Donald Trump just flies through my head. There's quite a difference in terms of social position and status, but individuals or groups determined by the collective will of the nation to pose a significant disadvantage to its interests are quietly, secretly removed from the stage. The nail that stands out gets pounded down, as they say. In an assassination of that sort, sniping is a fairly common method. Typically, several shooters are assigned the same task. I just remembered something that I totally left out of the intro. I guess I'll have to wait for next session. God damn it! There's something I actually wanted to bring up that I brought up briefly in the previous session, and it has to do with Front Wing's YouTube policy and shit. If I really wanted to, I could just start the next Grisaia playthrough and just get the Steam version, because now I can apparently record all of their shit without getting in trouble. I don't have to wait for the Denpa soft release. I don't even know if I was supposed to be recording any of this beforehand. I was just trying to get away from that policy that they enforced. Whatever. I'll talk about that next time. As with a firing squad, I don't even know why I thought of that. Alright, all random, just comes up. I'm like, shit, I forgot something. As with a firing squad, it's an attempt at easing the conscience by making it impossible to know who fired the killing shot. But even so, murder is murder. Hey JB, I can't kill people anymore. You know that, right?
もちろん知っているわ。それが原因で、あなたが予備役になったことも理解しています。
Why can't we kill anyone? I've participated in several assassinations of this sort previously, but I'm fundamentally a coward. When it comes to taking human lives, I'll hesitate just as much as a normal person. No matter what kind of evil, worthless scum I'm looking at through my scope, my finger freezes up for a moment when I try to pull the trigger. That's a fatal defect for a sniper. Even so, when my master was alive, I managed to kill without thinking too much. When I told myself I was pulling the trigger in Asako's place, when I told myself that even a piece of garbage like me could be useful to Asako this way, I could fire without worrying about a thing. And when the job was over and I went home, Asako was there to embrace me and say, well done. She was there to confirm that I'd done the right thing. But Asako's gone. The person who bore the curses of the dead in my place is gone now. And she can't be replaced. Unless the words come from someone who strained their hands with blood. They can't offer me the slightest comfort. JB, I'm sorry, but you're not good enough. You know that perfectly well yourself, don't you? A sniper who can't pull the trigger to right up there with a radio that can't make a sound in the irritating, useless junk department. That's a good part of the reason I ended up on the reserve in the first place. Why would you even bother showing me this now?
分かっていると言ったでしょ。落ち着いて、暗殺対象者の名前を見てみなさい。
Shit. There's only one name that could be there that she would want us to know about. Michiru, that fucking bitch that has annoyed me this entire playthrough. We can finally get rid of her. And we just gotta know about it. That's it. What? Tarya Izuma. Yeah, I already knew that. I think this was actually in the anime as well. And that's where things really went downhill, so to speak. Where things got pretty fucking serious. Hey. What is this?
見ての通り、あなたと同じ学園に通うクラスメート、イリス・マキナが今回の標的よ。
You can't be serious. What the hell's going on?
理由は詮索しない。それもあなたの仕事の一部よ。
Bitch, I'll give you a job to do. Why would Machina be... Who's the client?
私は知らないし、あなたも知る必要もないわ。所詮私も中間管理職。上からの命令を駒であるあなたたちに伝えるだけ。そしてあなたはその命令に従うだけ。
She's not wrong. That's exactly how it is. JB brought me this job knowing full well that I can't kill, knowing about my relationship with Machina. At this rate, the girl's definitely going to be erased one way or the other. Is JB telling me I should be the one to do it? If Machina has to die, dispatching her personally would be the kindest way? Or maybe this whole summons is nothing but a facade, and JB's sole objective was to tip me off to the threat to to tip me off to the threat of Machina's life in the form of an order? Whatever the case, I can't keep my shock from showing on my face. Why is this happening? Resisting the urge to grind my teeth, I lower my gaze to the document in my hand. The field where the issuer of the order would usually be named is blank, but nonetheless, there are 3 stamps of authorization below. A tripartite... What the fuck? A tripartite? Or a 3. A 3 order. I know it was like 3 of something, but I just could not pronounce that. Jesus Christ. This sort of shady job usually comes with Akasaka's approval alone, but this time we've got the full set. In other words, this mission was undertaken on the mutual agreement of Akasaka, Ichigaya, and goddammit, Kusumi Gaseki. Definitely not something you see every day.
そういうこと。つまりは、多少派手なことをしても、みんなでかばってくれるから大丈夫ということね。
Jesus fucking Christ. Why are you showing this thing to me?
分かっているでしょ？赤坂の認証がある以上は、私には最高かつ最適の人材を用意する必要があるのよ。私が知る限り、あなた以上の適任はいないわ。
You want me to kill a classmate with my own hands? You've got some nerve, you shaggy-headed, dim-witted.
私をなじって気が済むのなら何度でも言いなさい。ただし。
You want a clear yes or no, right?
そういうこと。
Well, fuck. Although it should probably go without saying, for a mission carried out with this level of secrecy, you're not typically going to get a briefing on the specifics before you accept the job. When the plan's going to be executed, where it'll be put into operation, who's participating, how many teams will be committed, you don't know a single thing in advance. Once you've listened to the plan in full, saying, I think I'll pass after all, isn't gonna fly. In the first place, an agent only needs to understand a specific job. The broader circumstances aren't any of our concern. When you're a piece on the board, only 2 things are requested of you: the willingness to do what you're told, and the ability to make it happen. And personal circumstances aren't worth shit. There's no compromise option. It's yes or no, one or the other.
嫌な目つきね。
Staring into my face, JB mumbles the words quietly. At the moment, I've probably got the look of someone who spotted a loathsome insect scuttling along the floor and crushed it emotionlessly, an unattractive mixture of disgust and cold-blooded cruelty. It's an expression you get used to seeing after spending enough time in this company. The expression of someone enduring injustice, resigned to ugly reality. The expression of an agent.
あなたに用意された選択肢は2つ。イリス・マキナの暗殺を引き受けるか、何も見なかったことにして今すぐこの場を立ち去るか。
Do we get an option for this? Do I have to make that choice right now?
任務の性質上、今日は帰ってゆっくり考えなさいとは言えないのよ。ましてやあなたは対象者と同じ施設に寝泊まりしている。もしあなたが現時点で任務への参加を拒否した場合、あなたの身柄はこのまま拘束されます。
Well, now that you said that, even if the option was given to me, I'd probably have to say yes. Well, yeah, I'd imagine so. I didn't. I just thought, oh, okay, just forget everything you heard. Bye. In other words, the moment I saw that document, the number of options available to me was essentially reduced to 1. The answer is yes.
賢明ね。
We had no other choice. If we said no, like no is the obvious answer. We ain't gonna kill our daughter. But if we said no, there was no way we would be able to protect her. By saying yes, we're not gonna go and kill her. We're going to protect her. Hell yeah, baby. A tinge of relief in her voice, JB softly exhales the air in her lungs, then peers into my eyes as though searching for some reassurance of my loyalty.
正常期に誓える?
Well, this ain't America, so hell yeah. Yeah, I'll swear it on the flag.
そう。だったら今日はもう帰っていいわ。詳細が決まり次第連絡します。
Unless Japan had, like, suddenly got stars and stripes on their flag, then we is fucked. Understood. I promptly stand from the sofa and click my heels sharply together. Number 9029, resuming normal post on semi-alert status. JB averts her eyes from my steady gaze slightly, briefly glancing at the surveillance camera installed in the corner of her office. Most likely, they had staff standing by watching the monitor in real time as a precaution against me refusing the order. Pretending not to notice, I raise my head from the salute, then promptly leave the room. Well then, what to do? I've been prepared for something ugly, but not to suddenly find myself placed on the side of those hunting machina. That said, it's not like the current situation was completely outside the realm of my speculation. Considering the power and influence of the Itasu family, I'd vaguely hypothesized a scenario like this might be a possibility. Most likely, Akasaka, hopefully I'm saying that semi-correct, is playing a large role in this one. Uncle Sam, the father of post-war Japan, kindly allowed us to develop wealth and influence under the banner of freedom and democracy. The people running the show in Nagata Show still haven't managed to move out of Dad's basement. I glance at the watch on my left wrist. 14:23, or 2:23 for those that can't convert. Seems that meeting in JB's office actually took less than 30 minutes. Coming to a halt a little ways before the bridge I crossed on my way here, I glance over at an outpost of a certain hamburger peddling multinational corporation. This sort of food isn't bad every once in a while. Damn, dude, fast food is like the best ever. Muttering this blatantly artificial comment to no one in particular, I enter the fast food restaurant. Then make straight for the register, ordering the company's namesake burger, a side of french fries, and a nice coffee. After paying in advance, I take my drink and ticket and settle in a seat by the window. The street outside's not essentially busy at the moment, only a few passers-by. Among them, I notice a businessman of some sort standing in front of the bridge with his shirt sleeves rolled up and a jacket tucked under one arm. He's pressing a cell phone to his ear, I don't even know what the hell that word is, bowing his head over and over. Talking to his boss or a client. Either way, he won't be hanging around here or there for too long. Eventually, a member of the restaurant's floor staff comes over with my food on a plastic tray, exchanging it for the ticket in my hand. After a few vigorous bites into my burger, I glance out of the window again, only to find that the businessman, who had been desperately apologizing into his phone, has already taken his leave. Been a while since I had a meal like this. Pretty tasty, but not exactly something I'd want to eat every day. Not bad, more or less sums it up. Once I've washed down the overly juicy hamburger with my iced coffee, I quickly shovel the thick french fries into my mouth, then put my tray away and leave the restaurant. I wonder what the point of that was. I glance at my watch again, 14:31, 7 minutes and... Jesus Christ! Wow. I mean... I've gone into a restaurant to eat food by myself before, like, just to kill time. But not just 7 minutes, man. I try to, like, extend that time. After making my way briskly back to the station, I take the stairs 2 at a time and slip my way into the premises. Once I descend to the appropriate platform, I walk all the way to the far end, boarding the very first car of the subway train that arrives with perfect timing. Since it's early afternoon, the subway isn't exactly crowded. I only count 6 passengers in the lead car, including myself. Ignoring the numerous empty seats, I turn around, open the door in the back of the carriage, and make my way into the next car. And there I find... Thought so. The man who had been kowtowing, sure why not, into his phone by the burger place seems to have caught this train as well. He's wearing the jacket formerly under his arm, and his formerly swept back hair is now parted horizontally, and it's definitely him. Oh, so we're being followed. The man catches his breath for a moment when I meet his eyes, but after I offer him a quick smile and nod, he jerks up one side of his mouth and furrows his brow in an expression of wry resignation. Well, guess it's only what you'd expect. The company might have allowed me to go home, but they're not quite soft enough to let me wander off alone. Under the circumstances, it's only natural that they'd have someone keeping an eye on me. Would you mind if I take that seat? There are empty seats all over the train, but I settle myself down right next to the man. This way, he won't have to bother pretending to read a newspaper while shooting me little glances out of the corner of his eye, a little gesture of professional courtesy on my part. Leaning back next to my new friend, I sink calmly into thought while pretending to study an advertising monitor above the exit. Since my immediate orders were to stand by, it's probably safe to assume there's going to be a few days of preparation before Machina's assassination is carried out. I want to believe they're going to approach this very carefully. 1 day on standby. 1 day for us to learn and absorb the details of the operation. 1 day for ordering and provisioning the necessary equipment and machinery. 1 day for general review and familiarizing ourselves with the equipment. Even estimating fairly generously, I've gained 4 days at the longest. If I had turned down the job, the company would simply have locked me down and given it to another agent. I've bought myself a little time here, and now I need to use it to find a way out of this mess. I don't know why I included little. That said, given the current situation, I'm not going to find any answers no matter how thoroughly I think this over. I'm suffering from an obvious and crippling lack of information. I can't even see my enemies. There's no harder way to fight a battle. I guess a great way to say it is that we is fucked, but whatever. So 4 o'clock, I think the same day. I honestly think so now I'm reading ahead. The man who had been sitting at my side, apparently finding the experience extremely awkward, removed himself from the train at the very first station stop. There wasn't any sign of someone taking his place afterward. On the whole, my return to Mishima Cape went off surprisingly smoothly, but as it's not quite that easy. There's an unfamiliar motorcycle parked along the street near the entrance to the shopping district. Although the bike itself looks like it's fresh off the lot, the license plate on the back is noticeably battered and worn. Probably a special plate that's seen service on a number of vehicles over the years. Earning those paychecks, I see. Judging from the resources they've committed to surveillance, the client must be pretty on edge. Speaking of that client of ours, there are several points I'm having a difficult time getting my head around there. First and foremost, why have they suddenly decided Machina needs to die at this point? Yeah, like, hold on, I never even brought that up myself. Like, why is she being targeted? I don't understand. Considering we're talking about someone connected enough to request a job from our company, it's hard to believe they couldn't have arranged something like this a long time ago. Until now, Machina's enemies have been content to keep her stuffed away in a corner like a worthless employee too troublesome to fire. Oh, that sounds like me when I was working. Even when she pokes her head out of the cage, they've limited themselves to warnings, however blunt. So what's prompted this casual change in policy to an outright assassination? I can't understand why this client's allowed Machina to live until now. Why they've only now decided to kill her. I mean, I want to find that out myself. Something must have changed. There must have been some reason they can't afford to worry about appearances anymore. If I could only identify that reason, I have a feeling I might be able to devise some counter strategies as well, but in the first place, who exactly is our enemy here? I think this is one question Machina herself wouldn't be able to answer, even if I were to explain the situation to her. Since they got Akasaka off its ass, we're talking about a group or individual with significant power on the global scale. Obviously, they're involved with the Idisu somehow, but the nation itself won't move its heavy buttocks for private interests. 3 stamps suggests the involvement of someone in the Pentagon, or maybe a shove from the NSA? Whatever the exact details, this is without a doubt turning into a proxy war against an enemy an extremely problematic opponent. God damn it, guys, I'm sorry. Hey, it's Sachi. Damn, dude. Well, it was only like 4 hours, right? What the fuck? Hey, Sachi, what's Machina up to?
はい、先ほどおやつにホットケーキを3枚ほど召し上がられまして、今はご睡をしていらっしゃいます。
Good thing I still have this water here that I've had for like the past 3 sessions. Like literally this water that I've been drinking. It's still not, it's just a normal sized like bottle of water. I just need something to like, you know, clear my throat and everything. Taking a siesta, huh?
はい。起こしますか？
No, that's alright. Might as well let her sleep.
かしこまりました。
Anything happened while I was gone?
あ、そういえば、先ほど風見さん宛ての封筒が届きました。
Damn, dude. Delivery for me?
はい、こちらになります。
Thanks, dude. I instantly recognized the pea green envelope Sachi casually produces. It's standard Asahi Clean Stationery. Who brought this over exactly? My name's written on the envelope, but there's no address or post office stamp. We generally don't make a policy of entrusting internal documents to middlemen like the Postal Service. Someone from the company must have brought this directly.
申し訳ありません。相手の方のお名前は確認しておりませんが、おそらくはバイク便業者の方かと。
I see. Motorbike messengers are right up there with taxi drivers as a popular side job at Ichigaya. The delivery man was almost certainly a coworker of mine. Actually, come to think of it, I'm impressed you even got him to hand it over. Normally speaking, any internal document, let alone something you'd go out of your way to transport via sneakernet, would be designated direct delivery only. But here we are.
はい。最初は本人にしか渡せないとの一点張りだったのですが。では、渡していただけるまで私もここを動きませんと申し上げたところ、
After 15 minutes,
15分後に私に託してくださいました。
Just a guess here, but I'm thinking that delivery man had been planning to wait for my return out by the main gate or something. Probably wasn't expecting to deal with an expressionless woman in full-made uniform standing rigidly at his side like a diminutive Buckingham Palace guard. The man might well have tried to be considerate. Probably told Sachi, "It's fine, I'll take care of it," or asked, "Why don't you at least sit down?" This, of course, would have earned nothing but a curt "no thank you," as the perfectly stationary girl continued to bore into him with her steady, unblinking gaze. That's pretty much just the way our Kamine Sachi's personality works, but, well, I can understand how it might seem more than a little creepy to an outsider. Probably broke under the sheer of psychological pressure, although only lasting 15 minutes is pretty damn pitiful any way you look at it.
何やら急に頭を両の手でかきむしり始めまして。
So he was going insane.
ああ、もう、わかったわかった。渡せばいいんだろう。ともすれば、やけくそになったかのようなご様子でしたが、私は何か悪いことをしたのでしょうか。
You done good. That's all I'll say. No, you're fine, Sachi. More importantly, was the man who delivered this envelope maybe riding a new-looking black motorcycle?
はい。確かに黒いオートバイでした。お知り合いの方ですか？
Nah, that's not it. Just noticed this unfamiliar motorcycle stopped at the entrance to the shopping district, so I was wondering if it might have been him. I see. So he switched right over to surveillance after dropping off the documents to me. If the guy can get worn out by Sachi here, he's probably a pretty damn green new part-timer, but an observer with that kind of mobility is still somewhat troublesome. In any case, the envelope got to me in the end. Thanks, Sachi.
はい。お役に立てて幸いです。
A delivery from the company right now almost certainly has something to do with the assassination we just discussed, but the envelope's strangely thick. From what Sachi told me, the messenger stopped by about an hour and a half ago. At the time, I was still in JB's office. In other words, the woman could have handed these to me herself if she wanted to.